Now we're full of coffee again. Coffee back for the rest of us? Oh, too late. I totally didn't see that when I left. Oh no. Yes. So we've got a bit of a supply problem with this method. And I think that this might be where this one falls over. Worst. Another option is to amalgamate it all into one big block, because you can see that these actually aren't that big. They're not really that big at all. Right, those of us who don't drink coffee? Yeah, you don't want to bring coffee for someone who doesn't want it. That would be terrible. Now. I heard falls over. Yeah, so a big block could be the way to go. Like, that's the other option, but I really wanted the cells idea, so how can we make this work? Make them bigger. Make it big enough to bring a train in. I mean, I say that. There is enough space between them to bring a train in. Like, seriously, I could squeeze a train, like a few train unloads in here. In fact, that is actually the right side, yes. There. That could bring in everything this needs right there. Just like that. And don't need any of that. Too many koala coins. I need to change the graphic on that. Has anyone got any? Also, is it what do you reckon about the koala coins as well? I kind of think it's a bit eh. I think it could be a better name. I don't know. It's certainly interesting. It's a thing. It's a thing. I think you're right though. It could stand to be a little bit bigger. 1,000,000 coins for face cam. Modular. The trouble is, I'm terrible at naming these things. Wombat cubes. Canberra coins. There you go. Gotta have a thinking derp. Is that actually still got the Christmas ones? Are they gone? Yeah, they're gone. I love how the grayscale doesn't work on the koala ones. Eucalyptus leaves? Yeah, maybe I should just go. I kind of avoided that one, but it makes sense. Collect eucalyptus leaves. Is Canberra still as irrelevant now? More or less, yeah. Definitely not just playing around. I got infinite coins. The Brink coming in with that Raining Party 65. Welcome on in, everybody. How you doing? Show our raiders some love and fight back against the raiders there, or everybody in chat. Defend the channel. We have raiders. How you doing, the Brink? Hi. So what are you playing? Playing something fun, no doubt. That is super adorable. Factorio? Excellent. Excellent. Hey Maybe I'm gonna need a better defend emote. Mr. Rowley, how you doing? And I cannot read Nest the First. There it is. I just couldn't read it. My brain just going Nest the for what? It's like my brain just failed. Yeah, how you doing, everyone? Welcome on in. So this is my little BotBase megabase thing project that I've been working on. Currently just so things are going a little bit unhinged at the minute because we're currently trying to figure out how to make all these modules work together. So I've just been experimenting with the utility science right now. Throw some wombat cubes. Oh dear. Yeah, so we've been doing some utility science, just breaking down its materials into separate cells. 13 hours into a Factorio run. Brain's totally dead from Factorio burn. Oh, Factorio. I don't think I could do Factorio. It's too rough, too much. Gross and probably effective. It's as gross as it is effective. Throw the wombat cubes. I don't think I'll get away with that one though. I wonder if I could get away with koala booty. That'd be pretty funny. I was actually thinking while I was getting the coffee just like 10 minutes ago that I should get some 4 more emotes done. About 70 hours into Factorio plus right now. Factorio plus run right now. See, my brain just can't read anymore. I don't know what's happened. It's just gone. Only knows then where animal poops cubes. But you're lucky it doesn't poop fire or something. Factorio is a bad drug. It's a terrible drug. It's good for a bad trip. It's good for a bad trip. Inject more coffee. I need something stronger. Yes, the current plan is, can we... yes, we've got that. Got everything... So I'm trying to avoid... The ultimate goal of this is to build a 20 to 25,000 signs a minute BotBase using Factorio Extended, but also try and avoid using the train towns type bot build, which is pretty typical now, because that's been done to death. I've done a million of those. And the Shib gifting that sub to the brink. Thank you very much there, Shib. Says I'm hyped there for that gifted sub. Thank you very much. And you got your very own little cup of coffee there now. You got your very own coffee cup badge. Are those been banned? The witch and the what? Caffeine pill? Oh no, we saw it. Caffeinated pills. No dose they're called. And Severed. See, I just can't read anymore. Thank you there for me. Mr. Rowley with that follow there too. Thank you all very much for coming on in and raiding. And Rose, welcome on in. Now you can have adorable emotes too. Like, I might be slightly biased, just slightly biased, but I think they might be the best and cutest and most adorable emotes on Twitch. Wombat or koala? I'm thinking wombat. You mean those ones, the koala ones, or or should I go wombat? Hey, at least you said my name right the first time. And like, what is it? BRNK. Like I look at it and the R, like even though I already read the R, I see the N and it still looks like an M, and then my brain just seizes up and then breaks. Like the gears just start flying out. Like, so I go BRM as like, and the full-on derp goes, like, brink, blink. It just stops working. Refrain on for, I don't even know how long, because I'm terrible at names. You're terrible at names. Cutest emote, praise the chair. That one breaks the game. Only 9 months. I can't even remember. It was Mr. Rowie. Mr. Rowley? Quacker emotes. Raise the chair. Praise the holy almighty chair. Never gonna get anything done around here, am I? Yeah, so we're thinking about maybe bringing trains in. Then it occurs to me that then I can't bring trains into here because I haven't done this yet. Let's see what Factory Planner says. What if I put everything in here? I wonder what happens. How big is this thing going to get if I put everything in here? That's a good picture. Yeah, so what if I put everything in here? I don't really want a block thing though. This is such a sticking point. I need some ideas. I'm now kind of going to leave you guys in capable hands. Alright, catch you later at the brink. Thank you very much for bringing everyone in on the raid there. I do appreciate that. And hopefully I won't break everyone's brains more than the brink did with the Factorio. But we'll see how we go. Usually I do break everyone's brain. You know what I need? No time to bring this out. No time for this thing. Let's see. I'm gonna have to clean out a thingy. Something like that one. Have me at 2,000... 2,000% on board with this idea. So can I... Oh, this is a 16 thing actually. I have a 17 thing. Yeah, because what else? Yeah, mining drills. The heck and spread. This is for the Factorio extended belt base from version 6 from a year ago, actually. Yeah, this is serious now. Do I have one? Assembly one mining drill. I think this one is not quite right. As well. High tech. Yeah, because it's got complete going into high tech, so that one doesn't work as well. So what I'm looking for is something to copy and paste, so because I don't have to do everything manually. So when I had to do EVE Online stream, for some reason, it's so much more Factorio, even though it makes a lot more sense. Yeah. See, copper plate. So you don't go into high tech or utility science now. But I think this takes oil cubes into blue. That's right, this was a theoretical one. It was going to get more intense. Let's get this thing up. Alright then. Settings. Vanilla 1651, 17. There. Items a minute, fine. We need more throughput. It doesn't really matter that. The main thing that matters... Oh wait, that's 16, isn't it? Not 416. Oh, bad. That'll be bad. And 4 of them. Oil cubes. Sure. That'll do. Alright. First things first. Let's just pull in some numbers. Let's just get a handle of some numbers. Yeah, 416 beacons if such a thing was possible. That would be a great factory. That goes back to the thing I was saying where I don't want to use the higher tier beacons and such because you condense everything down into a single assembly machine. It's like, whoa, I'm doing 25k signs a minute, but you're doing it in like 4 assembly machines. or the minimum number of assembly machines required to complete the task. And so it's kind of hollow. Let's start with 1,000. So how many can you put around one of those mega miner things? I don't know, but it's quite a lot. I imagine the Factorio-based D&D campaign, what do we need? Doctor's degree to comprehend that level of maths. Okay, yeah, so we're at 33,000 of that. Default's still 16, you're the worst, Kirk McDonald. Can we do a custom? It would be really nice, we could do a custom craft speed. That would be really nice. But I don't think it can. The visualizer's cool. I do like that. Have you done a megabase without using modules and beacons before? No, I haven't. 18 coming soon. Let's see. I mean, I can plug this stuff into Excel as well. I mean, assuming you play it as a pen and paper tabletop RPG, yeah, you'd have to calculate everything manually, production-wise. Okay, roll the dice to see if you get the productivity. Wait, yeah, I mentioned. All right, start of your turn. You're now producing 3,571. You're now producing your iron sticks. How many do you need to produce? And you sit down, do the maths, and say, Rev. Okay, so then you roll your dice for productivity modules. Then you roll your dice for mining speed bonus. Just put 16 gigs of RAM on top of your computer. That's how it works. Yes, that's exactly how it works. Just keep piling it up on top. If you can, feed it through the vent hole where the power supply is. It's like a ATM, ATM type depositing machine. You feed them in there, and that's how you insert more RAM into it. Surprise spider swarm shows up. Roll the dice to see what gets eaten. Oh yeah, that too. Put it in the DVD drive. That only works with SD RAM. Same story with floppy drives. You can only put EDO and FP RAM into floppy drives. I think I might have had too much coffee. Now. Oh, that's bright. Also, if you break them exactly in half, double the amount of RAM sticks. Yes. Download more RAM and install it on an USB key. Just pretending. That's what everyone does. They just pretend to understand. Everyone just pretends. Hopes for the best. What is this, the medieval ages? I say that, and I'm pretty sure I still have a few on my desk somewhere. No, not anymore. There's a copy of Total Annihilation sitting here. Lick them for good luck. When was that released? It was like 1998. Can't quite read it, stuck. Total Annihilation, copyright 1997. Something Entertainment, all rights reserved, blah blah blah. Should play that one day. I think we're getting a little bit distracted here from the real task at hand, and that is doing this thing. What's the laziest way that I can make these a proper machine? Tell you what, let's put more of these in. There. I mean, this thing really does help. Lost your second CD total annihilation? Oh. Lazy way is more faster? Generally, yeah. RAM goes in the PCI slot. See, what you do is, if you want to get more power out of the CPU, instead of running the EPS 12 volt to the power supply, you run it to another wall socket. So what you do is you cut off the lead that goes to your EPS 12 volts, and then you re-terminate it to a wall socket, and that'll really get some power into the CPU. It'll really overclock it, because you always need more power as you overclock. I don't know why I keep putting million words. At least it doesn't get nuked. Now, typing a lot of IP addresses. And these need some absurd amount of, like, yeah, these. What? Oh yeah, because of that. Fireworks, yes. Get some fireworks. Sure, we'll only overclock 50% of the time because of 8. Oh yeah, it's true. You need to rectify. You need a full bridge rectifier, or else it'll bring it back down to 0 because you'll get a big boost half the time, and then it'll cancel out that boost the other half of the time. Yeah. How much power do you need? Well, ideally, you get a 3-phase supply and some microwave oven transformers. That'll get you enough power. Alright, how about we just start building things and hope for the best? I say hope for the best, and I'll still at least try. Try and do something competent. So for 3,000, what does that achieve? That's 3. And 4. Just need a flyback transformer if you really need it fast. I don't know, flyback transformer, they've got a good kick to them, but they don't have enough like punch behind it, like a microwave transformer does. Let's build it bigger. Can I solve that AC with a diode and a small transistor? Oh yeah. Save money that way. Save a lot of money. So that goes down to 2, that goes down to 3. In theory, you can actually combine these two together, because they both need red circuits. At the same time, yeah, you can make the green circuits with it. Can I do like, push the multiple things down to a subfloor? As a flux capacitor, so UPS is not an issue. That, and I spent like $500 on RAM. For not a hell of a lot of benefit. There we go. So what's 2,000? I'm not too concerned with that. 12.6. I'm just wondering if going smaller is the way to go. realised why it's called RAM. You force it into the slot. Who knew? I never even considered that before. Who knew? Birthday streams, really appreciate it. And the next 3 are on the way to, or the next 2 are on the way as well. There's actually, I probably won't get to it in, like I was meant to go out like 5 hours from now, but I'm probably not going to get to it in time. But the next one will be up soon anyway. I need to do some thumbnails for them, realistically, but I have no idea. I'm not good at thumbnails. I might go back and do some thumbnails for all of this one. I might need to do a separate. I think this is reaching the limits of Factory Planner now. What I'm trying to, well, I'm trying to think how to do it in Factory Planner, and I don't think I can. I really need to. Yeah. Let's delete that. Does that delete everything associated with? I think it did. Yeah. Channel Discord. I mean, I can assemble them. You've seen some of the ones I've done. I'm just not good at making nice ones. But then again, I think I'm just too harsh on myself, and that like anything would work. Anything would genuinely work. I think realistically, I'm just too harsh on myself. Bring up to 3160. If JD can do it, that's true. Yeah, that's true. If JD can do it. It's true, if JD can do it, I can do a hell of a lot better. $13, $4, $3... 13, that's a lot of them. Okay. So let's just push things along. Also, let me change that because I have a filter on the game view, so it doesn't quite go as dark. It crashes the contrast a little bit, which is a bit nasty, but it helps the encoder. The encoder is allergic to black. I learned that back when I had 1 megabit of upload. I need to deal with that. So what was this? This was RoboFrames. There's region locked again? When wasn't it region locked? As far as I know, it's always been region locked. Region leaked. Can you actually squeeze? Yeah, I can sort of squeeze horizontal dealios. €30 in Germany. Yeah, and then you get the German version. Yeah, the European one's weird. There. RoboFrame. So how many was it? It was 14. Isn't 10 free now? You can basically get it for free as long as you got a Windows 7 license. See, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I push it across to there, that's 7. That should be 15. 13. Go across one more, that's 14. Yeah, you can just grab it as well and just deal with the watermark and not being able to set your background. What else does this need? It needs 5 of them, 4 of them. I might direct insert those. And then it needs batteries. There. It's like, these things are so absurdly fast. There. I have 2 wind machines as server with activation watermark. Of course. That's a 5... Oh, 5 and 5 really. So 1, 2, 3. They're going to be electric engines. Oh, this actually rotated the wrong way anyway, actually. I need to rotate that. Linus does that as well, I'm sure. No, Microsoft doesn't care. They never have. Seamus, how you doing? Good relevant time of day to you too. There we go. .8 at 8 beacons. Let's collect some more beacons. As far as headaches go, this is a pretty intensive one, dealing with this thing. What, 1 key for some site a month ago? Still works. With Windows XP, I used to get a hot air gun and peel the stickers off HP machines. Because HP used to just slap Windows 2000 Windows XP keys on full keys, not even like business ones, full keys onto their machines. Ask 120 euros. That's a lot. It's a lot of euros. At least for the economic zone that you're in. Digital key can't cross borders. No. How big is that miner? Yes, is the answer to that. Yes. That's a Mark III compound miner. It does 135 by 135. Its mining area is actually bigger than the screen. It's huge. Yeah, so that's compound miner. I have some there's a compound miner Mark 1. And somewhere, I think is a Mark 2. Yeah, is that a Mark 2? 45, yeah, that's a Mark 2. It's out of resource, time to move it somewhere else. Is it? It is too. Oh yeah. Just run out of copper. Oops. I need to deal with that. Oh, we'll finish this first. So you're actually 10.216. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it's a 10 beacon. That brings it down to 4 though. Which is convenient in many ways. Because an even number means it's divisible by 2. Unfortunately, it's also beacon aligned. That's beacon aligned, that's not beacon aligned. Excellent. Yeah, beacon aligned means you lose a beacon's worth of coverage, which is not something you want. Oh, I beacon aligned that. Crap. That's beacon aligned, that's beacon aligned to the left, that's beacon aligned to the right, that's beacon aligned to the top. Damn it. What is happening? Chaos. Chaos is happening. Yeah, it needs to be there. Unless... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. I meant Control Z, not Control X. What if we move that there? So you're beacon aligned with nothing if I put it there. You're beacon aligned with the right, you're beacon aligned with the left, and then nothing. So that goes there. As usual, more work is going on. Oh dear, someone finally did it. .2, 16.2. Next is gears and pipe, which needs like a bee's dick and a bee's dick of a bee's dick. Is Factorio Planner better than Hellmod? Apparently it doesn't desync in multiplayer, so it's got a significant advantage going for it right there. That shadow's kind of janky. Damn it. These are beacon aligned. And it's 10.2, so it's fine. It goes down to 9 though. Having said that, I can slide it down like that. That massive speedrun, AGDQ. Okay. Wonder if I can. Oh no, I can't. Spiffing bit did a 500 man. Oh yeah, that. Well, that was a thing. Certainly was. Let's do pipe. they never 600, but they never finished. Grigami, how you doing? They never finished. I saw bits of it, and it was just utter chaos. It was hilarious, but utter chaos. Shows you where my mind is. I thought of AGDQ instead of that speedrun of spiffing Brits. I suppose it doesn't help that I've been hearing it endlessly from Clowntown and Badger. Necrogami subscribing to that tier 1 sub. Thank you very much. Showing love and hype in there for that tier 1. Let's get rid of all that crap. And wee! Bop. For the koala love. I feel like there was a time where there wasn't 600 Factorio players. Well, there was the, when multiplayer first became a thing, there was the 200 player one? The one that, what's his face did. Stop doing that now. See, I've forgotten his name. That's how insignificant in Factorio has become now. I've gone completely blank. Arumba, that's it. It just does Europa now. And Hearts of Iron 4, I think. So... Arumba. Oh yeah, KOS. I'd already forgotten about that. I only really remember the Arumba one. Happy to have seen Terraria speedrun this year. Mangled... I never saw anything of Mangled Pork. I need 3 of these things. God dang. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, you do need water though. Kagami's a vampire. Yep, you heard it first. That's a pain. So yeah, I can't really do that. That's actually it. What else do you need? Nothing. Okay. It's funny, like, when I get to the end of this, I might still just tear it up. I just want to build these 3 and see how it looks. And then go from there. Might make it fully Factorio extended-ish. Did you see the Terraria speedrun? It was awesome. No, I didn't. I haven't seen any of it yet. So the last one is circuit, so I need 14 of these. A town man. A town man? And how are you doing anyway? I'm not gonna... I'm gonna strain my brain a little bit too hard trying to read that. I don't know, I struggle to read some names. All names. I say some, like, in all honesty, it's all names, isn't it? Close enough. Generally, that's how I go. It's close enough. That's how I roll. So some stuff and things. What am I making? That thing. Let's pull up you a tile. And then I can squirt some acid out there. And, you know, have a bit of that. So it's a town like in that song by Usher. Ah, I can sort of vaguely picture it, but I can't vaguely picture it at the same time. The name I haven't. Usher is a name I haven't heard in a long time as well. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's actually 15 right there, isn't it? Yeah, 15. Yeah, he did that song, yeah. And Hall, how you doing? 15 feet away, those symbols look like to be making robo frames. And I'm just thinking he's going to need a lot more bot networks, filter capacity just for a build like that. That's the song you reference? Oh, it is. See, I only remember the yeah part. I have to look that up. Piece up a town down. I just can't picture it. So the video suspicion is it's chaos. that thing is. I saw him when he was doing it. Like I saw a bit of it live, as I say. It's chaos. 11.6 and then 12.1. So, better yet, we've seen the guilds 3. No, I have not. Tear up that. Tear up that. Not an Usher fan. Nah, doesn't sound like it. It's like all the Nickelback fans. They all pretend they hate Nickelback now. Ah, beacon aligned. Still beacon aligned with the greens, but I can deal with that. I have ways around it. Can I? No, I can't do that. Red. So what about that there? So green feeds into that. Red's into that. The only question is how do I get greens into reds unless I do that? And now it's starting to seem rather space inefficient. Also, it doesn't hurt that it's beacon aligned because it won't have much uptime. And that's 2 out of 14 as well. About that. Beacon aligned as well. Just put the greens and to the blues by bot. Might be the way to go. It'd probably be better as reds, actually. Like that. How much uptime do a PC... How much uptime do you typically have on a PC? Mine... I turn off every night. Or when I'm not... Generally when I'm not home as well. About that. PC, 24 hours. The other one, the i3, I leave on all the time. Time. Oh, and I'm missing wire as well. Ah, crap. Is the acid coming from? It's going to pipe in separately. You know what? Maybe I do need to expand, use the Mark III ones. 48 days uptime. It's a lot of uptime. There's an argument that says that having too much uptime is a failure mode. I should have diverged to that plan I had. Because I could do something with these Mark III ones. It's got a lot more space, so I could actually... In fact... I wonder if I could cram all of this into one Mark III that does the same thing. With AMD, got it working again. Last year, an uptime of 258 days and 14 hours before blue screen. Have a battery backup on your house with a power company. You know what? UPSs are a great way to kill blackouts. That's how it worked for me. Power used to go out all the time. Got a UPS. Hasn't gone out since. Well, it hardly goes out since. Similar thing happened to a friend of mine. I think he got like power used to go out all the time. Got a UPS, and then I think it was a year until it finally went out. The next time. That miner was a compound miner. So let's dig this up. I was actually thinking of setting up over here. Oh, they've got it taken away. I was wondering what was going on with the slow bots. They've taken the modules away. Yeah, they just take it away and put them in the chest. Oops. Alright, base. Have some of this crap. Look at all, how you doing? Worst. What are your thoughts on tin spaghetti on pizza? Yeah, I think that's just a no. That's heresy right there. I'd like to see a modded beacon where the boys range of the beacon and where the boys in range of the beacon get their speed amplified. Well, we still need to see how many beacons I can put around one of those compound miners. I'm sure it's a lot, and I'm sure it's going to be hilarious. Bam. That's all laser turrets. I don't think I need that many. Oh, that reminds me, I didn't fix the thingy in the config. I keep forgetting. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Go there. The boys are bots. Modded beacon. Oh, that amplifies those speed. Now I get you. Still got these things. Kinda redundant now. That frees up some space. Alright, now. I bought MK2. Get rid of that filth. There we go. Yeah, so same dealio, only Mark III Roboport instead. When you put a Mark III miner on a new patch, could you surround it with beacons? Place it to suits max. I can do that. I'll try and remember this time. Unlike every previous time where I forget. So how many... not there, here was it. Was a 4x4. Let's make it 5x5 though. Like that. Give me the Roboport. There you go. Yeah, 5 should be a bit nicer with the beacons as well. Nope, apparently it isn't. What's the lowest common denominator of 3 and 4? I think it's 12. Yeah, it is 12. So I need to be 6 by 6. To get the optimum spacing going, look at that, space is huge. Like, I could fit all of the This is the thing I was kind of worried about, is it all condenses down into one cell. Oh, that's ugly. It's ugly! It's not much better. There. Well, it could make it a block of 9. Yeah, so the idea is, blop, when it comes up, is I can cram all of this science into that. But that's a lot. Cramming into one space. Powerline OCD. Gotta get the fundamentals right. I could probably cram 4K a minute in there. Having said that... I mean, your power line OCD is very important. So this is a space we're dealing with the Mark III. Alright, let's get the border done. Like that. There we go. So now that's our logistics perimeter. X299 chipset was dead, so users are probably upgrading to their high core count SKU and dumping their initial CPUs. Which one was the X299? X299, which one did that do? I can't even remember now. That's, yeah. The only thing I worry about this one is that it boils down the science into one block. It's color concrete. So that's utility science, and then I could put the other one next to it, and the other one next to it, and the other one next to it. Yeah, it'd just be 7 blocks, or 6 blocks. I'm going to do space science separately. I want to do one big missile battery for that. But yeah, so that's just one block for each. I suppose I could have the trains come in. Pretty sure it's Intel. I was about to say that's one of the early AMDs, but no, X299's Intel, pretty sure. Yeah, so this is why the hesitation why I hadn't done these yet. Yeah, because that could easily hold like twice that. I wonder how much direct insert I can do. Tell you what, first things first. Get some of this going. How much exactly? 40.7. So 42. And Grizzly Bros with that fellow. Welcome on in. What was that? That's now 40. So we've got 10, and this should be 10 as well, apparently. I can make it like 11 and then 11. There we go. Yeah, so that's all of the low density structures that utility needs. Oh, the Threadripper. Is the stack inserted capacity and infinite research? Otherwise, say loaders and bit of belt. No, I don't think it is. No, it isn't. It's only the bot capacity. Okay. Yeah, that's all that. And then all that. I could do either side. Oh, I could do that either side, actually. Or even below it. And I could do the things there and then there. Sort it by the quantity of drain. Like that. I mean, that does beacon a line, but it's easily fixed. I think these flying would be the biggest pain because it's limited to 10, it's limited to the stack. Okay, these things. Have you ever heard about that with Threadripper? No, I hadn't really heard about that, but it makes sense. I didn't actually see that what you said before. This is like 20. 18. It's 9. That's 9 as well. That should be 20. Yeah, look, that's nuts. The coverage that gets. So reason you're not going with a train in the middle style? Because I've done it to death. It's also not that interesting of a build, like... It's easy to do. Anyone can do it. So I'm trying to do something different. The original idea I had was like little cells which do each build, and then they can be copy and pasted. And this is the initial idea, but it's... I'm not happy with it, how it's progressing, how it's turning out. Having said that, I could probably merge those two together. The problem is getting the materials in and out and such. I like the idea of having these little cells which do everything though. I mean, this one could do circuits easily. Yeah, the thing with the train sandwich and the train towns is it's easy to set up and it's easy to scale. There's not really much of a challenge in it. Like, there's not really much in terms of figuring out to do. Okay, so that's how this looks. I think, would you agree that the answer to this is it's defeating the initial goal, which is to have little cells? And I'm kind of inclined to say, yeah, it's defeating the goal. Unfortunately. Okay. That's fine, that's why we're doing this. Just experimenting. So what we can do is downgrade these to regular roboports. if I can hover the thing over to drag it over. So now it's that. Gonna keep it interesting, otherwise it's just stale and boring. It does, yeah. Because that's what happened to the... For anyone who remembers the... which one was it? It was the 2000 Science a Minute one. It just got stale and old, because it was just do the train towns and multiply. It was it was kind of interesting then, because it was one of the biggest at the time. I don't know if it was the biggest that anyone had ever done, but it was certainly up there. A mini Roboport mod? Yeah, there's lots of Roboport mods. Yeah, I think it was the one after that where it got old. Everything just became a train town. That's what I call it, a train town. It was the one with Colonel Will. We had the sim map, which is the one where we did the train town. That was the original train town. That was the first one that was done before everyone started doing them. Yeah, that was the first one, the 1k a minute one, train town. Then the second one was the science map. What's it called? Let's go up to the list of Colonel Will maps. That one. Yeah, that one. Mad Science, that's it. So Mojo have a plan, or are we just gonna wing it? There is a vague overarching plan, but mostly winging it. Oh yeah, that one didn't last. Train set one. Yeah, most of these are too old. Yeah, so the outline of the overall goal is to make a cell-based factory like this. And they're just ironing out the details. And frisk and killfish. Yeah, close enough. Killfish with that follow there too. Yeah, so I want to do some modules. The transfer between, potentially using belt, but also having trains unload as well as a possibility. Aussie plan this laid back, more or less. Yeah, the thing I'm seeing is that I could merge a lot of these together. I reckon I can merge those two together. Or can I? You know what, I reckon these two would be better together. No, those two. Because they both take copper. This one doesn't really take copper. I think it takes any copper, actually. No it doesn't. Other than the circuits. So... what about... This is where things start to get really mind-bending. Because I could potentially have the modules share onto that. And yeah, things get really weird there. Right click. Control right click. But I'll keep it at that for now. Fact. Let's do a comparison. I want that. It's our steel. Add our modules. Gotta add your modules. Oh, purple's a pain because most of it can't be prod modded. That's actually not part of it, actually. And there, and there. $73. Goes down to 100. Goes up to 130. That goes up to 20 because it's the same speed as the other thing. Rude. Autosave. Still 40. That's a lot. I mean, most of it could still fit in one module, arguably. How are the modules getting the base resources? Yeah, by train. So I'm going to bring trains in. And then that's going to filter up. I'm trying to make it all as self-contained as possible. So... yeah, I'll see if I can combine those. The other thing too is I'm trying to minimize sideways transfers. I don't know how well successful that's going to be. I could do a shared circuit one though. So, like, share the blue circuits with the red circuits here. In this case, then RoboFrames would share with this. So... here's a thingy. So one block would have greens, reds, reds, blues. It'd be like that. And it could share with these two. And then next to it would be the other one. RoboFrame. That crap. Like that. That's like that. That's like that. Let's track. Furnaces. Modules. Like that. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, these can actually also potentially be combined as well. Like that. But I won't do that. I'll keep it separate. And the question is, do that. How does it mix with this? Like, there's no overlap there. So, the junction of insanity will be a thing. So, copper and iron trains might get really interesting. I assume the modules that need oil products will have refining cracking in the module as well. That I'm not sure about because I've decided on doing it here, but there's not real, like, apart from that lake there, there's not much in the way of water. So I might need to do oil externally again. Yes, that might not be anything. That'd be blue. I think we're starting to formulate a plan now. Mods can carry barrels of water? They sure can. Doesn't necessarily mean they should carry bottles of water, but they sure can. Bottles? Barrels of water. Militaries, piercing grenade, wall. Ship mod. Those two can easily go together, and that can go on the end. And that's everything, apart from space science, which is separate again. I have some other ideas for space science. Question of should is the answer. So yeah. I mean, that could easily do all that. What's this? This is inserters, gears, belt. Like, that literally does that. You need engines and red circuits. Actually need regular circuits. That's the other thing too, is I've distributed the circuit production, so there's no one central circuit production. What do you need? You need petroleum and water. Yeah, the reason why I want to do the oil separate is to make everything does need, the oil does need to be handled separately. What was this? Engines. Red circuits. Something like that. That might actually work. Or like that. There's not a lot of modules, really. There might be stuff below it. Actually, not that much. Not nearly as complicated as I thought it would be. Yeah, well, let's start making some more things. So we're doing automation science, which actually does both. Because, you know, these things are so tiny by comparison. But fluid oil products, not the solids. So I want a base that deals with the fluid component and then brings in solids. Yeah, that was the problem with the batteries, is I need to bring water in for the acid. Oh, yeah. I suppose I could, like, do the mod which lets you put pump jacks or water pump things anywhere. Robo substation. Substation with robot recharge ports and security camera. Embrace the barrels. Sounds like I have to. Here we go. Easy. Two inserter machines, we can do better than that. Terminator, how you doing? Currently just hurting my brain with this crap. I'm doing things hopelessly wrong. Bot loop. Okay, so one machine, one... Is it one machine? 1.018. It's one machine, basically. 2.5, 0.8, 0.4, 17 and 14. 18 and 15, 18, 16. Easy. That's one module, all on its own. It does seem like that is all it needs. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 horizontal modules, and then offset slightly. I might not offset them though. Like that. And having said that, these do that. Starman! Doing all barrel coal liquefaction for your oil needs. How much of this? This will produce about 31... Well, I've set it to 3160, so it's about 3,000 a minute, and then I'm going to duplicate it. Well, maybe adjust it slightly, maybe bring it up or down a little bit. Just trying to figure out the initial goal, figure out the initial sort of setup. It's not that. You have to copy the whole thing up there. Yeah, some intensive headache is going on right now. I'll leave that here. How will the beacons fit that? Yes. Sure. I'm expecting it not to fill up the entire cell. I kind of don't want to deconstruct it. Yes, this one's slightly bigger. Get rid of all of the damn trees. Nice miner. It's a lovely miner. It's a wonderful miner. It's very functional. It's a strong and independent miner. Doesn't need help from anyone. Mainly because it mines 135 by 135, so it doesn't need help from anything. Even without beacons, it's stupid. I'll give him some helping hand with a machine gun. There we go. I should connect the robo ports. Oh no, I can't do that because the thing's requesting. Can't insert wood. Oh no. Wood cannot be inserted. Stop that now. Come on, bots, get your charge in. Get charging. There we go. So, this does the job of that. This one here does the job of that one. Did I say? Yeah, robo frames as well. I'm sure JD isn't happy because his gardening tools took some... Isn't happy because his gardening tools to do some gardening... Ah? General underdog with a follow there too. That hurts my brain to read. See, this actually works out a lot nicer. Happy to use his I probably don't need that one anymore. Let's see now. What was it? It was 14 and 42. So there's 14 of that. Now pick it up and move it down a tile as you do. Because that's a thing. 2, 4, 6, 7. Too bad it divides by 7, unfortunately. I mean, I could cram it in tight, but then it would be beacon aligned. Eh. 12 and 24. 3, 1, 3. Oh, do you mean... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I can't push it down, though. Could rotate them, maybe. Those modules after tier 3? No. So I don't have any modded modules. I haven't used any... Hey, Rain. Interesting layout. Yeah. It's certainly giving headaches. Yeah, if I bring these down 1, then it'll be aligned with a beacon, so it'll lose 2 beacons with the coverage. It loses 25% of its boost. Yeah, this thing is a bit of a brain struggle. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8? 8. 9. So 17. So that's 16. Do the same on the other side. That's 32. Eight. Yeah, just no MK2 beacons either. This is the first time I've seen a BotBase layout instead of belts. Only the first time, really? Normally they're quite trendy. I miscounted somewhere. Because that's 17. 8. This one must be 9, yeah. Shoots over by a lot. Ah, I see why. Should be there. That's no good. Yeah, so I'm trying to come up with like a cell-based system. So you need to go there. That makes like little that makes use of little production cells. Because BotBases are kind of a done thing otherwise. Been used since you've done a huge BotBase? Hasn't really been a need to. It's actually a good point, because if you've been around Factorio for a long time, these used to be BotBases used to be all the rage. It was the way to go. That was before build optimizations, and then build optimizations came in, and that meant you could finally do like decent build bases without the performance suffering. I remembered why the thing was the way it was. Trains built all the fun? Yeah. Yeah, that was there for a reason. Because it went right the way around all the roboports. Okay. Yeah, town bases was generally the go-to. What you call a train town base. So it needs to be there, but I'm going to move it to there. Yeah, just like that. Yeah. No train town. Right, that's 32. Excellent. We're back on track. So train drop off resources and then insert us past them between the cells. Yeah, that's it. And the idea is, so there's a more complete version here. So we have trains unloading, potentially inside the cell. This one kind of works, but kind of doesn't. And then to pass between, have belts. You have this like requester chest and provider chest in the center, which then pass between like up or potentially left or right. But I'm trying to avoid left and right shuffles if I can help it. So yeah, so belts transferring between, and then trains delivering the bulk materials below, and then it comes up to these, and then that transfers the science out to trains which take it to a big lab field. If that makes sense. Yeah, I've never seen it done before, so I want to try it and see how it goes. Something a bit different. Okay. It's some of these. Oop, didn't grab it all. Let's grab it all. It's getting a little big there. And if I squeeze those in, I can potentially... I get the 10 beacons going, which means I get it down to 4. I've heard it mentioned many times, but I've never seen it done to this scale, so it should be cool. Yeah, I'm quite curious to see how it goes. Pump you full of speed modules. And the ore... Hmm. You're yes, back down to 13.2. That's the beacon alignment penalty. Oh, you know what? Bring that outbound tile, then that can rotate. That can go up. Pipe can go there. Connect to that. Like so. There, it's beacon aligned. Why isn't that one though? Or I could do that. There. Says 20 cables a hertz. Yeah, we're more or less shooting for double the belt base, which was 12,000. Eh, why not? It's beacon aligned, but it doesn't matter. In this case. Provider would be a good idea for this thing too, you know, wouldn't it? Heard Vegemite. Oh, that's a dumb idea. Say dumb idea, it's not like that dumb. There. And there. What sound does Vegemite make? Sounds like a giant dart piercing into a fridge from 45 meters up. Yes, I'd believe that. You're calling in that, or requesting from buffer chests. Because you should request from buffer chests. For no other reason than because I said so. That's surprisingly rotationally symmetric. So yeah, that's the RoboFrames SAN circuits, which can probably pull from the circuit thing next to it, which is going to be next to it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 at 16.2. So 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So it's 10. 10. 3.9. Perfect. So the only way to like Vegemite is to eat it as a kid and become immune to it. Yes. It's like... It's one of those things you need to build up a resistance to. You just need to destroy your taste buds with it until you can't take it any further. An upgrade planner that ticks the checkmark, but there is a mod idea right there. Didn't like Vegemite as a kid, love it now though. I can remember eating it as a child, as a kid. And I don't remember really loving it. It was just a thing that was shoved in front of me. You didn't get a choice. Oh yeah, and I need 42 of these, and I had 32. Give up, your thumbs are fat. It's 32. Let's cut these down. So what's that? That's 14. Way 2. Way 3. We're 22. Yeah, that'll do. Take away 2. It's too bad it's a weird divisor. I mean, I could overproduce. There's no harm in overproducing a little bit. That. There we go. Just hit edit. Would have thought that Vegemite would make a good punishment for children. That's why adults hate it. Wash your mouth out with Vegemite. I like you again. What's our run time? And what's our time? Right, how starved of copper are you? Ranging from a lot to very. Beacon too much bottom left? I'll just refill this and see how we go. Gonna need to do another quick and dirty copper outpost, I think. Maybe just grab that one. Alright, let's get this rest of this built. So, which was too much bottom left, yeah. That was everything, I think. I should almost make these two tiles thick, then I can cram substations in them. Like that. I might do that. There we go. It's pretty impressive still how much, like, Factorio Extended can cram down so much production. Like, that's 3,000 signs a minute, right? Signs a minute worth of production there. But I'm happy with that. The only thing is, this needs... how much was it? 55,000 a minute, so... well, 32k a minute of that. Of copper plate. I don't need to do that. 4,000 minutes steel, which is 1 belt's worth. 3k? Kind of disappointed. It's amazing how much it condenses. Like, you see the rail bus, it's tiny. Like, there's just nothing in it. Which, at some point I do want to revisit. I do actually want to revisit. Where's the boundary? There. Where's the... yeah, it's one top and bottom. Megabase in a small area. Comes back to the thing I was talking about where Factorio Extended it gives you the big numbers, but it withdraws the complexity. or these pioneer machines. Yeah, so you'd have like copper, steel, plastic, and such and such. They come up and deliver here. And maybe what I'll do is instead of necessarily delivering it to the center, actually the center's bigger now. So what is it? 32K. So that's 8 belts. Okay. So what does that give me? It gives me 12. So I can get 12 belts in there. Exactly. 1 belt of steel is needed. More than 1 belt of plastic though. And I do need to get acid and lubricant in as well. Acid? No, just lubricant. Which mods are on? Factorio Extended Plus, exclamation mods for the full list. Factorio Extended Plus, Compound Miners, Factory Planner, Train Supply. I see a problem. Yeah, the Lab Graphics, Compound Miners. Text plates. That was close. I just couldn't remember all of them. There's actually, I need to fix that. That's actually not all of those mods are actually running. How wide is that? 72. Kabam! And UP with that fellow. About there, I think it was. It was off by a tile. You can actually tell by, I think that's 6 there. Was it 2, 4, 6? 2, 4, 6. Yeah. The very center can be a substation. That frees up those. Following through on the promise of doubling these up. I managed to rotate the whole thing. Oops. That's a pain, just a tiny one. There we go, that's nice and tidy looking now. There we go, it's perfectly powered and everything too. It's easy. This thing's easy to fix. All I need to do is just move these out a little bit. Grab that. Probably out to there. Oh, it doesn't have to be in line with the other one anyway. Could go there. can shift those. Oops, there. How many bolts per module? No idea actually. Right there. Basically just throw bolts at it until it works. That should still be 22. Yeah. So, there's now enough room for that. There. Suppose I could bring that down too. And for the sake of symmetry... Not that it needs the belt at all, it only needs like one going out. If I was particularly keen, whoops, if I was particularly keen, I could bring this up to 4,500 a minute, and that's as much as what the belt going out can do. This thing here. So I'll bring that up to that, but that's now up to 60. Hope the fires over there are not affecting it too much. Hey, Ica. The fires over here, where I am, it's pretty good. It's just a bit of smoke now. Hey, Ica. Hey, friendos, anyone who doesn't know Ica, Ica is actually a penguin, and leading a little waddle of a community of penguins. And I was last playing Factorio Death World, which was rather hilarious, where you were researching oil processing with big biters attacking the base. Dreaming of Factorio. Ica also does a lot of oxygen not included. Does oxygen not included on a level which I can only dream of, and all kinds of other things too. I'm trying to think of everything else you've done. Minecraft, 7 Days to Die. You do everything. And here I am just doing, Death Run Marathon Train World. It's a brutal one. Yeah, so we've got a bolt cell going on now. Yeah, this will probably need another one like that. And yeah, so it brings into center, production happens in the center, and then it spits it out into the next module. And this here is the overall sort of plan of what we're trying to do, what we're trying to do in here. Speaking of, what was that? That went up to 6. Like this out, satisfying? Yeah, I've never seen anyone do it before, so I'm kind of curious how it goes. Well, what's the time? I think now that I've got something sensible down, it's time for another quick break. Seeing as though the coffee's right. Oh, I better not fill up with coffee again. Yeah, I think now's a good time to take a quick break and for bathroom and such. And then we'll continue on and maybe work on some more modules.